I was looking at Las Curiosidades de Mamá, and Edith is madrina of a young man who's just, graduated from high school. And I was thinking, I'm a padrino of a 13-year-old boy in Guanay. At least he was born in Guanay. He's Rosalie's son. And Rosalie and Alejandra are the daughters of a couple that ran the pension where I used to eat my breakfast every day in Guanay. That was just great. When I had money, I'd go along there. She'd cook a piece of meat and some garbanzos. No, they weren't garbanzos, they were kind of broad beans. An egg, and I could have a cup of coffee and a really nice breakfast. And talk to people that I knew. It was lovely. They're Italian. Her father was of Italian descent, has an Italian surname. I can't remember it. Both of them were very friendly, and their brother too. Alejandra used to run a discoteca in the town, which I never went to, because I didn't approve of those sorts of things. They make a lot of noise every Friday night. She enjoyed it. So I don't know how I'm going to live down the shame of not even being able to remember the boy's name. But I only met him a couple of times because he was a very small baby. I remember Rosalie saying something to me about, she was very thoughtful. She is probably, hopefully, a thoughtful person. She said something about luck. How some people just have bad luck. I reckon her son had bad luck for the padrino that he ended up with. Perhaps I can make it up to him and get him interested in learning to program ARM assembler and ARM Cortex M33 CPUs, and then he'll be inspired to go to university in La Paz or Cochabamba somewhere and bankrupt his poor parents. I only have happy memories of Bolivia. I loved every minute of it. even when I was being beaten up by a kid from trying to steal my phone. Lana Del Rey, I don't know, baby. You were a terrible mistake. I don't know what got into my head, but I really seem to have taken a wrong footstep there. I left the country. If I'd only... But it seemed hopeless. I was actually eligible for nationality, but there was a conspiracy to get me out. Because that law wasn't meant for gringos, even if they did stay on the street 5 years. But the law is that if you live there for 7 years, you're eligible for nationality. And they kept having these amnesties, so I wouldn't have had to pay this huge fine for not having valid papers. But the amnesties kept passing before anybody told me about them. I remember my friend Isabel Supe told me something interesting. She said, there is one good thing about having money, and it's that you can hire a lawyer, and then you have some, I don't know what the word she used was, I don't remember exactly how she put it, but she sort of said you become a real person then, if you can hire a lawyer. But if you can't hire a lawyer, and they're expensive. I had to get a copy of my birth certificate from Zimbabwe, and I had to hire a lawyer in Zimbabwe, and I had to pay a notary public here in Britain to get it, and it cost an enormous amount of money. And if you don't have a lot of money, you don't get those privileges. But you know, people will spend tens of thousands on lawyers and conveyancing fees buying and selling a house. It's no problem, it's all packaged in with the price, and you just factor in the costs, and the lawyers have got it all arranged so that you never actually have to shell out. It's all paid on completion, and they just take their cut, and you calculate it in, and the values you're dealing with are such huge sums of money and you've earned so much in appreciation on the value of the property that you don't mind, so it's all hunky-dory. But if you're trying to get established somewhere and you haven't got any money, you're stuffed. Like in America, you enter that immigration system, you're kept in jail. The phone numbers they give you to call these agencies that supposedly provide you free legal help, the phone numbers don't answer, or you can't even work out how to get the phone to call the number. And then the numbers don't answer once you do work out how to use the phone. I never managed to get in touch with anyone in the United States. So I was in 3.5 months in that jail, and after 3 months I really felt like I was dying. I was getting sicker and sicker. Thank you very much, Justice Mary Baumgartner. I don't think she's a real judge. What they have is a system where she's actually an employee of the immigration I don't remember the department now, but they're actually employees of that department, and they run this theatre where everything is minuted, and they have proper hearings, and it's all to pay lip service to, I don't know, UNHCR standards. That whole Panama pipeline is just the most crazy thing, and the statistics I saw were just unbelievable. It absolutely soared after 2022, 2023. It just went up and up and up. The number of people transiting was vast. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was a backlog, COVID backlog or something, but when I went through, it was very quiet. I saw very few people apart from the group I was actually trying to travel with. But boy, that jungle, that forest is beautiful. And those rivers in there, and the fish. Oh, what a fishing trip you could have up there. If only it wasn't full of these NMR with guns. They really spoiled it. And it's cold. That's why I got pneumonia, because I was sleeping out 5 nights and all I had was a blanket. Some nights it rained, and you don't think of it as high, but there's some tall hills on that isthmus. And it gets cold at night. And the weather that we had absolutely perfect weather for it. Very little rain. The rivers were were very easy, and they're still strong. Yeah. It was still difficult to cross some of them and keep your footing and not be washed down. But I was never worried. I knew that if I was washed down, the worst would happen, that I'd get my blanket soaking wet, and I wasn't in any danger of drowning. But when it rains hard, they turn into torrents, and I cannot imagine what it's like trying to cross that, especially with young children. But all those people going through are paying thousands to the clan and whoever else robs them. They're paying thousands for the tickets. I just can't understand the numbers. I mean, it literally is something like 100 times as many people as when I went through. And Lissy's video, I don't know what that was supposed to be about, but pack of cigarettes. She didn't mention a can of tuna and some soda crackers, but then that wasn't in the song. It wasn't a pack of cigarettes, it was 2 cigarettes. But I made lots of good Haitian friends. The Haitians are amazing people. My daughter got very upset with me. Well, not very upset, but I just said that it sounded funny when they talk pidgin, because it's French. You pick up all these French words. She said, "It's funny." I said, "Yes." I can't help it, it's funny. There's a boat party. This is a free boat. This boat can go anywhere, because it's below Batespite Lock. Any of these boats, this one up here can go back to Rotterdam anytime it likes, or Amsterdam, or wherever it's from. Henri. But it just sits there all year round. I've never seen it move. look, it's got people in it. Yeah, Rotterdam. It's a cabbage white. Sorry.